Nathan Labner's looking him over. Here we go. First green flag of the season. Now right away, side by side as they go into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, Simon in the 14 has it. Dancer wiggling a jiggle there on the inside. Now coming up to the inside. That's the 38. Coming down to the inside. They go side by side at a turn number 4. It's the drag race down the front straightaway. But now the man on the mission is a 33C, a Charles Cosper. He's got the outside groove rocking and rolling now. There he goes into second spot. Falls right in behind Simon. Simon's been running a high line in 3 and 4. Now he goes real high. He breaks Cosper with him. They come down complete. Another lap. Turn 1's a wonderful spot right now. That's a good chance to beat and bang. Now for the lead. Here comes the 33C of Cosper. Side by side down the back straightaway with Jay Simon. Into turn 3 together. They woe it down. Now they're going to start heating it up. Hill to the steel out of turn number 4. Simon slips. Cosper's got the advantage for now, but watch out for the 112 of Harper. Harper's coming to play. Now Harper in that 112 moves up to second spot. Tough corner there for Simon in that 14J. This time by, there you see it, crossed flags coming out now. Halfway home, 4 down, a 4 to go. And they go 3 wide for third place out of turn number 4. So good move by AJ Dancer there in that 52. Hot spot on the racetrack. That battle for second. The 112 of Harper, the 52 at Dancer. Nose to tail. Here comes Dancer to the bottom out of turn number 4. Side by side down the front straightaway. Nathan's looking them over. They're bunched up tight in turn number 3. Lights come on out of turn number 4. We go back to racing. 3 more laps to go, and they're leaning hard on each other. Oh, tough break there. They go 3, almost 4 wide now. There you see the 14 on the inside. Tough break there. Here comes the 9 car. 9 shooting up. Woo, good Lord. Jason batting that 9, inside, outside, up and out. But meanwhile, back up front, Delaban in that 98. He doesn't mind if the racing action's hot and heavy behind him because he's out front trying to go to the pay window. So now 74 of Bowser going nose to tail with Bat in that number 9 car. Meanwhile, up front, Delaban in the 98. White flag from Nathan Lavender. Now further back up. A spin in the back. That's Zach Spillman in the 44Z. Zach's on the bottom. Caution is out. All right, so lights are going out there. You see the guys bunching up together in turn number 3. And here we go. Green flag turning her loose. One more time here at Cotton Bowl. So now, side by side for that second spot. Now for a moment. Meanwhile, the 4K, he's able to jump up into third as they go into turn number 3. There you see Nathan Lavender. He's waving at the white flag. One more lap to go. So Delaban in that 98. Now here comes the battle between the 9 car of Bat and the 4K of Ken Plosky. Nose to tail into turn number 3. Plosky gonna have the challenge, not gonna get close. Meanwhile, up at a turn number 4, here we go. Heat race win goes to the 98 of Delaban. 98 of Delaban wins heat race number 2. So here's your lineup right here as we go to the IMCA stock car. Jay Simon up front, Ken Plonsky on the outside. We'll get to the rest of the lineup. Here we go, green again. 38 is Daniel Shipler. The 52 is AJ Dancer. Jeff Blauser in the 74. 98 at Peter Delavan. 33C at Charles Cosper. The 9 car at Jason Batt. The 112 at Kelvin Harper. 77 Bill Siegman. 17D is Dean Preem. 14 is Joe O'Brien. 22 Patricia Lucas. Zach Spillman in the 44Z. Trent Miller in the 43. 17F of John Friedrich. Oh, beating and banging. And if you're used to playing GTA, I think that's like 5 bonus points for hitting the tire. So flat tire there on the 9 car. Up front, battle for the lead. There goes the 52 of AJ Dancer. Into the 38 of Shipler. They go side by side, 3 wide. There comes the 4. The 4K of Plonsky. And now to make it a 4-car race for the lead. Here comes the 98 of Peter Delavan. So that's your top 4 right there. So Plonsky is leading. There's the 52 at Dancer. He pulls down in front of the 38 at Shipler. So now Dancer right on the back bumper. Dancer coming up to the inside. He's got the inside working. So Plonsky on the outside. Dancer up on the inside. Shipler in the 38. Delavan in that 98. At your top 4, there's a 33C of Cosper. That's your top 5. Trouble there for the 2 of Patricia Lucas. Pulling there to the hot pit on the inside. So now, hot spot on the racetrack right now is that battle for 4th spot. Delavan has it. The 33C of Cosper wants it. Oh, trouble for Dancer, your leader. Turns it sideways in the middle of 1 and 2. And low. So green flag is out. Green line. Here we go. Let's go racing. So now, Plonsky takes off side by side. Delavan on the outside in the 98, the 38 on the inside is Shipler. They're still side by side as they come out of turn number 4. Delavan got a slight advantage now. Cosper in that 33C as now they try to take it 3 wide. Now, 74 car moving up. That is Jeff Bowser. Now here it comes, battle back for the lead. Shipley on the inside. Shipler on the inside, rather. Shipler on the inside. Plonsky on the outside in the 4. Delavan in that 98. That's your top 3. Couple of cars back. Cosper in that 33. AJ Dancer in that 52 rebounding. So now Dancer on the outside of Cosper. Cosper to the inside. Dancer up to the outside. That's that battle for 4th spot. Cosper has it. Dancer now trying to go to the inside. Now Cosper double duty, looking out the backside, looking out the front side. Got a backside full of Dancer, got a front side full of Delavan. Ooh, little beating and banging, little extracurricular, no harm, no foul. As they continue down now, turn number 1, the battle continues. Now looking up to the inside, Cosper in that 33 looking. Dancer, he's got company up on the inside of him, the 74, Bowser. So your top 2 checked out. Now 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all running right there, nose to tail. Oh, trouble for Delavan, cross-eyed and crazy there out of turn number 2. Opens up the spot for Cosper. Delavan lucky, only lost 1 spot there. Now coming back to the inside again. Delavan looking. Cosper going to kind of throw the defensive slide there. Keeps it straight. Everybody actually somewhat playing nice right now. Don't want to jinx him. But now Delavan going to lose another spot potentially to the 52 of AJ Dancer. Dancer down to the inside, about as low as he can go. So Delavan to the outside. The 52 of Dancer to the inside. Side by side, going off into turn number 3. Still side by side. Delavan getting a little better run off the corner. Dancer still there on the bottom. That's the best battle on the racetrack. Battle for 4th. Dancer still looking. Delavan still has the spot. Meanwhile, up a spot. Battle for 2nd. Shipler in the 38. The 33C of Cosper. They're racing nose to tail side by side. Their battle cools off. Now the battle for 4th heats up again. Delavan has it. AJ Dancer in the 52. Well, he wants it. Now back up front again. Back to 2nd spot. Shipler in the 38. The 33C of Cosper, he wants it. Now, side by side, back again. Battle for 4th. Delavan on the outside. Dancer on the inside. Dancer crosses up, moves up the track. No harm, no foul. Coming back down on the inside. AJ Dancer. On the bottom, inside of turn 3. Slight contact. No harm, no foul. They keep it together. Coming to 2 to go. Now, good battles for 2nd and for 4th. Battle for 2nd, Shipler in the 38, Cosper in that 33C. Cosper looking up to the outside, not going to happen. Now looks to the bottom, white flag, 1 more lap around, no surrender. Cautions out, trouble there in turn number 2. Looks like the 44 car, that's the 44Z of Zach Spillman. All right, 18 laps complete, 2 laps to go. Texas, 2-step restart. Plonsky up front, Shipler on the inside, Delavan up on the outside. Here we go. Oh, that's Cosper in the 33C. Got my cars mixed up. Now 2 laps to go. Make it a lap and a half. Plonsky in the 4K. Oh, he's got a side full of Cosper in that 33. Cosper going for the crossover. Plonsky keeping it straight. White flag. 1 more lap around. Now Plonsky going to the bottom. The 4K does the crossover out of turn number 2. They go side by side. Caution on the back straightaway. That's the 2 car, Patricia Lucas. You don't get a discount for not using the seat, but we've already charged you for it. Here we go. Green flag. 2 more laps to go. Here we go. Oh, boy. Plonsky in that 4K keeps it. Kospler in that 33C. Shipler in the 38. Oh, what a love tap going into turn number 4. Now up out of turn number 4. Plonsky has the lead. White flag. Kospler in that 33C comes to the bottom. Shipler in the 38 got a mirror full of the side-by-side battle between AJ Dancer and Delavan. Now Kospler on the backstretch. He takes the lead. Plonsky looking to the inside. He's going to touch. They're going to touch. Checkered flag. Cosper wins. Plonsky second. Shipler third. All right, here we go. Lights are out. Everybody's looking at him. Out of turn 3 and out of turn number 4. Wilburn and Childress, that's your front row. Green flag. Here we go. Oh, trouble for the 1RJ. Spinning in front of everybody. They miss him. And can Cochran get it rolling in that 1J? And caution's out. The 202 of Stubbs. And the outside, that'll be the 13 of David Good Sr. Here we go. Green flag. Let's rock. So now, already taken off, the 13G of David Good Sr. So Good taking off. Coming up from the back now for third, now going for second, is the 97J of Jeff Ho. Now Ho in that 97 looking to the inside of the 202. He gets it. So Ho in the 97J taking off. Oh, trouble. Head on. Watch out. Into turn number 1. Hard shot. So lights are out. Here comes the green flag. We are green and going. Here we go. Heat race number 2. Back under action. So the 13G, David Good, or Good, depending on where you're from, and Ho in that 97. They run first and second. So now this time by it'll be a 4 laps complete, halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Trouble there for the 8W of Wilburn. Little loosey-goosey out of turn number 4. So now hot spot, that battle for the lead. There it is. It's heating up. David Good on the inside. Ho to the outside in that 97. 13 car likes the bottom. 97 car likes the top. So 2 more laps to go. Now into turn 3, up out of turn number 4 will be a battle for the lead. Battle to the checkers. 1 more lap to go. So Good has it. And Ho in that 97. Can he keep it rolling for second? Now into turn 4. Here we go. David Good wins the 97J second. And the 48R. Raymond McSpadden rounds out your top 3 in heat race number 1. Lights are out. Nathan's looking him over. Here we go. Green flag. Heat race number 2. Oh, everybody gets a little wild and crazy down in turn number 1. So now the 20 of McCarthy got a backside bumper full of Keith White in car number 1. And the 13 of Friedrich rounding out your top 3. Here you see the 8 of G. Diddy. Greg Dinsmore getting high. Losing a spot there in turn number 1. That battle up front, McCarthy in the 20. Keith White in that number 1. White to the high side. High, wide, and handsome. He can't make it stick. McCarthy in that 20. He's holding the bottom spot. Now up into turn number 3. White's going to go to the top side again. So now McCarthy still has the lead. But don't count out White in that number 1. So Keith White looking up to the top side. Still not going to have it. Hanging on. McCarthy still your leader. Halfway home. 4 down. 4 to go. So now hot spot on the racetrack is that battle for 4th. Matt Banker in the 36D. Or no, 36B. And the 13, Jerry Friedrich. Those are the ones that are going on. Those are battling for 4th and 5th. Up front battle heating up. McCarthy in the 20. Keith White in the number 1. 2 more laps to go. All White now. Switch to the bottom. McCarthy hanging tough on the outside. Halfway down the backstretch into turn 3, McCarthy. He slide down, a little wiggle and a little jiggle. He opened it up just a little bit for White in that number 1. White flag. One more lap around. No, that was checker. Oh, no, that is the white flag. That is the white flag. One more lap around. So excited, I can't even see the flags. Now McCarthy to the top side. Inside, the 1 at Keith White. Coming out of turn number 4, McCarthy has, but here comes White on the bottom. Who's it going to be? McCarthy wins over Keith White. All right, green flag in the air for heat race number 3. So not necessarily the way they're running on the racetrack. Jamie Campbell in the 29. Ooh, boy. Everybody running tight as they come out of turn number 4. So the battle of the 29s. You got a 29W Mark Warren. You got the 29 of Jamie Campbell. 38 is Billy Brackmeyer. 44 Joe Spillman. Dwayne Grantham in the 27G. Cody Tidwell in the 17. And Chris Swinson in the 48. That's not exactly the way they're running on the racetrack. That's just the quick lineup.
Yeah. Are you sure that's a control burn over there?
Oh, wow. I just now saw it.
Melinda, are you sure that's a control burn? It is a control burn.
So now, is that the which 29 is that up front? I can't see.
Jamie Campbell.
So Jamie Campbell in the 29 up front. The 44 is Spillman runs second. And the 27G just past Spillman for third. 27G is Dwayne Grantham.
Everybody's looking. Ain't nobody watching the race.
So now the action's on the racetrack. Pay no attention to the blaze of glory there, the controlled burn over turn number 4. We have received reports that it is a controlled burn. So no harm, no foul. Meanwhile, up front on the racetrack, we have 2 more laps to go. Jamie Campbell leads over the 27G of Grantham, and caution is out on the racetrack. All right, so here we go, restarting the race. Jamie Campbell is your leader. Here we go, green flag. Grantham in the 27G runs second. It's up there on the outside. Cody Tidwell in that 17 runs third, so 2 more laps to go. So now Campbell still your leader. Grantham in the 27, Tidwell in the 17. 44 Spillman now comes up to the inside of Tidwell. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Oh, so the 44 Spillman. Meanwhile, into turn number 3, up out of turn number 4, Jamie Campbell's going to pick up the heat race win over Grantham, Spillman, and Tidwell. They round out your top 4 in that 97. So here we go. We'll get to the rest of the lineup as we get further along in the main event. Here we go. Green flag's out. 20 laps. IMCA modifieds. Oh, here they go. Making it 3 wide. Now watch that car in the back. The AG, that's the G Diddy, Greg Dinsmore. He's coming up from the field. There you see the 1J, that's James Cochran. And caution's out. Here we go, green flag. We go racing again here at Cotton Bowl. So up front, Jamie Campbell on the outside of Keith White in that number 1, David Good in that 13G. He's hanging tough up front. So now, still that hot spot, that battle for second. Jamie Campbell on the outside. Keith White up on the inside. So now, Keith White has it in that number 1. But now, coming back to the outside, the 29 of Campbell. He's back up to the front. Now, back up front, Campbell up to the outside. He's got a freight train on the bottom. On the inside, track starting to dry out, getting real slick. But McCarthy now starting to lose a little bit of his lead. Now to the 29 of Campbell. The Campbell car getting good on the outside of the 1 of Keith White. So now action getting hot and heavy back there on and around 7th, 8th, and 9th, right in that groove back there, right behind the Matt Banker. You got the 27G, the 97 car, 27G of Dwayne Grantham, 97J of Jeff Ho. They're in there racing pretty good, pretty hard. But now up front, Campbell, he's found a way to stay to the high side. McCarthy in the 20. Campbell's making it work on the top side. So Campbell, will he get a chance to get the lead this time? They come to the stripe. McCarthy by a nose. Campbell's going to have a chance. Campbell to the outside. Caution's out. The big one in turn 1 and 2. Here we go. Green flag. Oh, here they go. Take the firecrackers, throw them on the ground, see which one gets to the front the fastest. So the loser on that restart was the 29 of Jamie Campbell. He had it rocking on the outside. So now everybody's switching lanes, and up out of nowhere come the 97 car, Jeff Ho. So Jeff Ho in that 97 coming alive out of nowhere, now battling for the second spot beside Keith White in that number 1 and right behind the 20 of McCarthy. So trouble there in turn number 1. Car turned around backwards, but lead control car. Keith White in the number 1, the 97 of Jeff Ho, 13G of David Good, the 29 of Campbell. And I don't know who that was that jumped the start, but man, they passed about 3 or 4 cars. That's the 19 car of Jason Batt. So now 9 more laps to go. Count it, 9 more laps. So now Jeff Ho in that 97 now side by side with Paul White in that 1, and didn't last for very long. So Keith White there in the number 1 loses the spot to Jeff Ho in the 97. So now White back up to the outside. But now here comes the 13G of David Good and the aforementioned 48 of Chris Swinson. Him and Jamie Campbell been working on the outside. Had that outside groove going now. Jason Batt in that 19 and the 8 car, Greg Dinsmore. Now up front for the lead. Real slow on the bottom is McCarthy. Getting a big run is going to be that 97J of Ho. So now that lead battle picking up. Now Swinson in the 48 to the inside of Keith White. Now they try to go inside and outside on Ho in that 97. Watch the orange machine, that 48 of Chris Swinson. He's coming to the front. So now, as they get closer to the pay window, this time by they come to 4 laps to go. Who's going to take the money? Now to the inside, the 48 of Chris Swinson. He goes to the inside of Jeff Ho. Side by side out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Ho's got about a half a car length advantage. They slide into turn number 3. Who's going to get the advantage up out of turn number 4? It's still Ho. Sounds like he's hitting the chip right there by the flag stand. So now, Swinson, he has a clear shot up onto the leader. There you see Nathan getting ready. Should be 2 to go this time by. So 2 to go this time. Does Chris Swinson have anything for the 20 of McCarthy? The 81 car is going to have to choose a line inside outside. No win situation for McCarthy. So white flag, 1 more lap around to settle it. Who's going to go to the pay window? Will it be McCarthy? Will it be Swinson? Swinson comes to the bottom. Oh, gets crossways. He saves it, but he's going to lose the lead. Oh, he's going to go in. He's going to get close, but not close enough. McCarthy at car 20 wins at Cotton Bowl. Chris Swinson second, the 97 of Jeff Hugh is third. Here we go. Heat race number 1 for the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Here we go. Green flag. Whoo! And out of a cannon comes the rocket shot out. That be car number 6. Blowing by everybody on the outside with Loudon. Now here comes the 10D of Don Painter to the outside of Morrison in that 66. But the big mover and shaker on lap number 1 is Vince Loudon. Now just the big shaker, the 10D of Don Painter out of turn number 4. Whoo! Hopefully Race on Texas got a good view of that one as he came out of turn number 4. Meanwhile, up front though, Vince Loudon in that 6 car gone. The 66 Emma Morrison runs second. Now for third is the 661 of Johnny Torres. Now here come on the rebound the 10D of Don Painter. Can't get it hooked up there on the inside. Battle right now shaping up is going to be that battle for second. It got hot for a minute. Morrison and Torres. Now Torres looking up to the outside in turn number 1. Morrison, he keeps the spot. Torres gets the rebound, does the loop-de-loop, so to speak, from the outside, the crossover now to the inside. Morrison on the high side. Johnny Torres up on the inside. Don Painter and the 10D looking around. Meanwhile, halfway home, in a whole nother zip code, Vince Loudon in that 6 car. So now Torres finally got around the 66 of Morrison. Here comes the 10D of Don Painter trying to do the same thing. Slides off into turn number 3. Can he make it hold? Side by side for now. Painter had to check up slightly, but he's going to get the advantage going into turn number 3. Don Painter in the 10D rebounds for third spot. But meanwhile, Vince Loudon in that car, number 6, he is long gone. Over straightaway leaked advantage here in the first of 3 heat races for the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. So white flag is out. Therefore Loudon. Now he's up to almost a straightaway and a half as he gets ready to take the checkered flag. So now he's going into turn 3. Johnny Torres barely coming out of turn number 1. Vince Loudon, the Rocket Man, wins heat race number 1 for the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. That is your lineup. That is going to be 7 cars, 8 laps. Nathan looking him over. Here we go, green flag. So now side by side, Burnett has the lead. Side by side for second, the 25 of Pruitt. And the 86 of Dylan Tyndall. They race side by side at turn number 4. So now here we go. The 25. Pruitt now gets to the inside. He has it over Tyndall in that 86. Minton in that 14, hanging out there in the 4th spot, waiting for something to happen. Up front, though, Burnett, he got a couple of car length advantage over the field. Oh, the 25 car gets a little wiggle and a jiggle. Now side by side. Here comes Tyndall in that 86 on the high side. He got it rocking and rolling and right into turn number 4. Woo-hoo-hoo, baby. Oh, it's the first night. It's like a first date. He went up for a soft kiss on that turn 4 wall. So now that's 3 cars, almost 3 wide. Big winner on that, the 14T at Talon Minton. Now Rusty Chambers in the 5R on the inside gets together with Tyndall. The C3 of Birmingham goes to avoid the 5R at Chambers. So here we go. Green flag is out once again. Sport Mod heat race number 2. Here we go. So if you're keeping score at home, the 3 car, that is Mickey Helms, normally drives the 174. in one of the BD3 cars, or Big Dog Motorsports cars. So now everybody kind of single file hanging in. Oh, Chris Birmingham got a love tap there from Tyndall in the 86. So now Gene Burnett, it continues to lead in that 43 car. Now on the mission, the 14T at Talon Minton. So another rolled up pointed black flag there for the 86 car at Tyndall. So here we go, white flag. Does Minton have anything for the 43? Gene Burnett on the outside. He's been racing a long time. Probably longer than Talon's been alive. Talon, though, gets a little loose out of turn number 2. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Picking up the win, the 43G of Gene Burnett. Talon Minton second. Mickey Helms in the 3, rounds out third. So here we go, lights are out. Nathan's looking him over. Green flag, here we go, heat race number 3. So Taylor in that 21 car on the outside gets the run on Henderson. Now Bennett in the OK car. 10-3 up on the outside. Here we go. Henderson on the inside. Taylor in that 21T car. Side by side for the lead as they go out of turn number 2. Oh, hungry pack of cars. Don Cron sitting there in third spot. So the hot spot, actually the battle for the lead heats up too. Taylor in the 21T, Henderson in the 551, looks like a 55. Then you got Bennett, Grothuse, Don Cron, they're all fighting right there, nose to tail. So Henderson didn't get the good drive it needed. Now Taylor back to the front in the 21T, now 3 wide, further back in the pack. So, halfway home, good race going on here. Taylor in the 21T, Henderson in the 551. And then Bennett rounding out the top 3 in the OK car. The Lads Coin and Jewelry car. So now your top 3 nose to tail. Good battle there of 51. Of Earl Ingram and Tommy Grothuse and Don Cron all back there racing nose to tail. Meanwhile, up front, Bennett coming to the outside of Henderson. They keep close up front. The 21T, Taylor's keeping it up there. So now, it's Bennett, it's Henderson. Bennett now to the inside out of turn number 3. He's got the spot. Now Henderson with the crossovers. They come to the white flag. One more lap to go. Henderson digging on the bottom. He's going to lose 2 spots. He'll lose 1 to Bennett. He'll lose another one to Ingram in the 51. Now side by side for third. Ingram in the 51. Henderson in the 551. But out of turn number 4, 21T, Taylor Florio wins. Bennett second. 51 Earl Ingram third. Tommy Grothuse fourth. Taylor Florio in the 21. We'll get to the other cars as they come. Meanwhile, green flag. We agree to go on 5 laps, $100. There's Vince Loudon in the 6. He's got that high line rocking and rolling. It worked for him early. Don't forget, kids, next up is that Silver Rush. So Loudon in the 6, Burnett in the 43G, Bennett in the OK, Johnny Torres in the 661, And we have a tire. I repeat, we have a tire. And Burnett's moving, so no caution. We keep going. So hopefully the drivers will see that tire standing up and not try to hit it directly. So meanwhile, Vince Loudon comes to 2 laps to go. 2 laps for $100. So now halfway back, lap and a half to go. Here we go into turn number 3. Loudon leads Bennett and Johnny Torres in the 661. White flag, 1 more lap to go. So Loudon, so far, this will be race number 2. Into turn 3, out of turn number 4. This will be win number 2 on the night. Vince Loudon wins. Bennett second. The 661 of Torres rounds out your top 3. So lights out. Nathan's looking him over. Here we go. Green flag. Oh, everybody's sideways. Almost everybody kept it going. White car in the back. That's the 03 of Bennett. He kept it going. Oh, boy. Here we go. Here comes the mad rush of bees out of turn number 4. So Florio in that 21 is your leader. Don Painter in the 10D on the inside. Gene Burnett on the outside. Up on the inside, that's the 661 at Johnny Torres. Tommy Grothuse on the outside with that orange 11. Vince Loudon in the 6. Loudon to the inside of Johnny Torres. They go 3 wide out of turn number 2. Now Burnett there on the outside. Little loving, beating and banging with Johnny Torres. There's a tire. Tire survives. Loudon been spinning most of the night on the outside. Got real close to the tire that time. Now Burnett gets a little cross-eyed. But now everybody's starting to go single file. There's Bennett in the OK to the outside of Torres in the 661. Vince Loudon at 6. He swept it all tonight, including the dash for cash, but now he's stuck in traffic. But your leader continues to be the 21T of Florio. Don Painter in a 10D second. Now side-by-side battle for third. Tommy Grothuse to the inside. Gene Burnett in the 43G, the yellow car on the outside. Then Johnny Torres fourth. Back in the battle behind there. The 6 of Vince Loudon. The OK of Bennett. So now everybody, oh no, oh wow, look at that slide job from Vince Loudon. He's getting a windshield full of that tire out of turn number 4, but somehow, some way, he is making it work. So now Florio, your leader, coming up on the inside, right for the lead. Here comes the 10D and Don Painter. Who's going to be the first to lift? Painter all the way down to the bottom side by side out of turn number 2. Painter with a half a car length advantage, but they're going to come up on the 03 of Bennett. He's going to be right in the middle of the groove that Don Painter's been using. Painter does the crossover to the top side, takes the lead. So now Florio back in second. Painter gets crossways rather. Continues to hold the point, but now it's heating up behind him. Florio in the 21 with a tap and a tire from Grothuse, dropping Florio all the way back. That opens up the door for the 661 at Johnny Torres. But Torres slides high. Now side by side, that battle between Vince Loudon. So Burnett almost brought out the caution halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go. So add a new name to the mix. That's that 51 of Earl Ingram. Everybody else beating and banging, and Earl Ingram now finds himself in the top 5 with 9 more laps to go. So trouble there out of turn number 4. Can't see the number. I think it's the 79 of David Meredith. But he kept it going, but tough break for Don Painter. Pulls out right in front of him. Meanwhile, trouble in turn number 2. First caution of the night. So 11 laps complete, 9 more laps to go. Your leader, the 10D, Don Painter. He sets the pace on the Texas two-step restart. Here we go. We are green and going in the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Oh, mad dash behind him. If you've ever lit a broom on fire and slapped a beehive with it, it's the same kind of action right here. Grothu's on the inside, making it stick, digging on the bottom. But Painter in that 10D, he's got that bottom groove locked down, but here comes the 661 of Johnny Torres, and we got the big one in turns 1 and 2. The 10D of Don Painter, the control car. Here comes the lights. We go green and going one more time here at Cotton Bowl. Oh, here they go. 3 wide for the lead. Grothu's on the bottom. They put the clamp down on the 661 of Johnny Torres. Now side by side. Painter on the outside. Grothu's on the inside. Oh, daddy. Side by side. Who's going to live? Not going to happen. Where's Johnny Torres going to go in that 661? Painter slingshots to the lead. He brings the 661 of Torres with him. Now Grothu's back to third. Now side by side for fourth. Vince Loudon on the inside. Earl Ingram in that 51. Then Bennett in the OK, the C3 of Birmingham. That's your top half dozen. Now side by side for third. Trouble for Minton. Minton spins. Caution may be coming out, which might be a break there for the 11 of Grothu's. Grothu's came to the inside. Caution is indeed out for the 11 of Talon Minton. 6 laps to go here in the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Lights are out. Painter's your control car. He can go when he wants to. And he goes right now. Green flag in the air. So now here comes your leaders. Painter continues to lead, this time by 5 laps to go. They are beating and banging, rooting and gouging out of turn number 4. So Painter, Torres, Grothu's, Loudon, Earl Ingram, Chris Birmingham, and Bennett, and Don Cron in the 17. Oh, who's that coming to the bottom? That's the 17 of Don Cron going super low after losing it in turns 3 and 4. And trouble there for Loudon. Loudon took home the money earlier in the dash for cash. He's going to need that extra $100 to buy a new panel on the side of that 6 car. But now coming up, so this time by should be coming up on 2 to go for your leader, Don Painter. Troubles there in 1 and 2. No caution yet. And here it comes. Caution is out. So lights are out. 2 more laps to go here. Actually, 17 complete on that. Double check the score. And 17 complete. 3 more to go here in the Southern Sport Mods. Green flag. So trouble there in turn number 4. We'll get a number as soon as it comes out of the dust cloud. That is the 86 car of Tyndall. Meanwhile, up front, Johnny Torres got to the inside of Don Painter. So Torres is your new leader with 2 to go. So now, does Painter have anything? Painter might be having mechanical problems. There goes the 11 of Growth Use. Meanwhile, opening up a chunk of lead, the 661 of Johnny Torres. Johnny has it. White flag. Here we go. One more time around. Oh, Johnny got crossways. Here comes Painter with a head of steam. Out of turn number 2. Into turn number 4. Painter slides high. Torres is going to have the bottom, but it's anybody's race to the checkered flag. Johnny Torres wins. It's a photo finish for second. Side by side for fourth was Birmingham and the 51 of Vince Loudon. We'll get to number minute. Meanwhile, green flag. Here we go. NeSmith Street Stocks. The white car is number 17. And we'll find out soon enough. So trouble there in turn number 4, spin by the 142 of Bill Miller. Meanwhile, up front, it is the battle between the 48R of Rob Stott and Schulte in that 97. They go side by side into one. So into turn number 3, that battle still remains. Also back further in the pack, Bruce Henson in that 3, getting passed on the inside by Ellis in that white number 17 car. So now action picking up out of turn number 4. So you got the 48R of Rob Stott. Oh, trouble there for Ellis in the 17. Right, it was starting to come alive. They always run good right before they break. And Ellis is stopped right there. Caution comes out. And Bruce Henson rounds out your field of 4 cars. Here we go. Nathan's looking him over. Green flag. Here we go. So your 48R Rob Stott, he's picking up where he left off before the caution came out, running high side and handsome. But Schulte in that 97, he's starting to inch back up. As they come out of turn number 4, you see Nathan. He's holding it up, white flag, one more lap around, no surrender. So now Stott comes out of turn number 4 down the back straightaway. Full bore, full speed. Into 3 out of turn 4. Little wiggle, little jiggle. And he's got a problem. He breaks out of turn 4. Schulte in the 97 takes the win. Oh, that's why we say racing. Nothing's ever a sure thing. So the 48R. 6 cars, 12 laps for your NeSmith Street Stocks. Here we go. Green and going. So right away, Schulte in that 97 taking off. Hawkins in the 00. Here comes Heath Stewart in the 2 car on the bottom. So from last to second in 2 laps, that's pretty good. Oh, but Heath, he got it in too deep. Hello, tractor tire. Alrighty, restart here in the NeSmith Street Stocks. And right again. Jeff Schultier in that 97. Hawkins in the 00. The 3 of Bruce Henson. The white 17 of Ellis and the 2 of Heath Stewart. They're back rocking and rolling.
13 to go. 14. 12.
So 10 laps to go of the 12 lap main event. Now Stewart looking to the inside of Hawkins in that 00. Heath looking low, side by side. There goes Stewart in that number 2. So now Sotier in that 97 hanging tough. Heath Stewart, he's got a head of steam, but he's got a long way to go to make it up. But now Ellis, that battle for 4th, Ellis on the outside, Bruce Henson on the inside. Stewart gets a little high out of the groove there in 1 and 2, loses some ground. Sotier into that 97 car, taking off. Catching on, the light is flickering. Nobody's officially home yet, but the light is flickering. So halfway home, there you see Nathan Lavender, 6 down, 6 to go. But don't look now. As big as that gap is, it's closing every lap between your first and second cars. A 97 is Schultier and that 2 of Heath Stewart. But watch that battle for 3rd. Hawkins in the 00 on the outside. Bruce Henson in the Camaro, number 3 on the inside. Side by side out of 4 for 3rd. It's Henson going in a little too deep, but he's able to hang on. Side by side out of turn number 2. Henson has the advantage, but now Hawkins back to the top side. As they come in, Henson, slide up. Here comes Hawkins with the crossover. Can he make it happen? Now, what can he do with him as they go down into turn number 3? Hawkins now on the inside. Henson to the top side. They go side by side out of turn number 2. Can they stay together? Can they keep it up side by side? Hawkins on the inside. Henson on the outside. Ellis in the 17 spins. Oh, yeah, by the way, look at turn number 4. That lead, it's non-existent. Heath Stewart now to the back bumper of Schultier in that 97. Now, to the top side, Heath Stewart. To the outside of the 97 to Schultier. They come side by side. White flag. One more lap to go. Now Schultier has it. Stewart gets the run. Does he choose the bottom? Does he choose the top? He's going to go top shelf. Out of turn number 3, Stewart to the top side. Schultier on the bottom. Side by side out of turn number 4. And Schultier wins over Heath Stewart by half a car length. As we said, brand new class here at Cotton Bowl, NeSmith Late Models. So lights are out. Nathan's looking them over. Here we go. Green flag in the NeSmith cars. Cars getting a good feel for the racetrack. Getting them dialed in. Brzezinski in that 10-4. He's up front. Egbert getting real high out of turn number 4. He hangs on. Brad Smith in the 88. Breaking in the new track. It's now trouble for Egbert again. Scooting high out of turn number 4. So there goes Smith in the 88. Oh, Egbert trying to dig back in. Woo! Hanging it out. Oh, boy. That'll wake you up. So trouble there for Smith in the 88. I'm pretty sure Egbert wasn't ready for that sudden stop in turn number 4 either. So Brzezinski in that 10-4. Out of turn number 4, he's getting it rocking and rolling. So it looks like the 88 of Smith, it can't decide if it wants to run or not. Now it sounds like it's running, and it cuts out. So now Brzezinski in that 10-4, coming up around halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. So now Egbert to the outside. So Brzezinski in that 10-4 continues to lead. Egbert working out the new bugs in that 7-1-7. So black flag out there for this 88 of Smith. He's been having carburetor problems. Look like the demons are still there. And then there were 2. It's coming up out of turn number 4. Brzezinski out of turn 4 has it. 1 more lap to go for the heat race win in the NeSmith Late Models. So into turn 3, Brzezinski getting a good run out of turn number 4. It wasn't pretty, but a win's a win. Heat race win number 1 in the NeSmith Late Models there for Brzezinski. Trouble there for Egbert in the 7-1-7, little loosey-goosey out of turn number 4. So here we go, NeSmith Crate Late Models, 10 laps. And as they thunder in front of us, I'll give you the lineup. In the 10-4, Brandon Brzezowski. In the 10-4 on the outside, the 7-1-7, GW Egbert. And in the rear, that red 88S, that is Brad Smith. Oh, the 10-4 getting high, wide, and handsome. Loses the lead to the 7-1-7, Burnett. Or Egbert. Got my 7s and my names all mixed up. So now, side by side again. Brzezinski in the 10-4. Egbert in the 7-1-7. Oh, sliding it down in there. Oh, Egbert getting a little high on the outside of turn number 4. He's keeping it together. Now Brzezinski, he has about a 4 or 5 car length advantage. So it looks like Brzezinski in that 10-4. He's got the line that he's looking for. Cutting it down all the way down to the bottom. Nose to the tires. Got a little close to that tire coming out of turn 1 that time. But this time by your leader, the 10-4 of Brzezinski. He will take the halfway. So 5 down, 5 to go. Opening night here for the NeSmith Late Models. So now coming into his second season, first race of the second season of his career in the 10-4 Brzezinski. Now coming within 5 laps to go of picking up the opening night win. It doesn't matter if there's 1 car, 2 cars, or 3 cars. That trophy looks identically the same on the shelf in the shop. So now they're starting to stretch out, going into exhibition show mode. So now coming up, should be coming up on 1 lap to go. Anything can happen. Brzezinski gets a good drive out of turn 4. Here comes the white flag. 1 more lap around. Egbert, 7-1-7 second. And Brad Smith in the red 88. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Light the candles. Brzezowski wins in the 10-4. Egbert in the 7-1-7. And being able to tell all his friends he got a top 3 finish on opening night. Brad Smith in the 88S. Oh, they got the slow pace here underneath the lights. Let's see if they can pick it up out of turn number 4. Nathan Lavender, flagman extraordinaire. He's looking him over. Wake up, it's green flag time. So a slightly uneventful start here for the hobby stocks. Hopefully they'll light things up as they complete the second half of lap number 1. I know somebody that got the message. The 38 of Matthew Bice, he started out back. He's the one, he's got the heel to the steel. Trouble there for the 84 of Wiggins. A little loose more than normal out of turn number 4. But Bice in that 38, he's got that machine running and chugging up on the outside lane. Now they stay running side by side. Now the 57, Sean Burnett to the inside. Oh, up front. Battle for the lead there. Cross-side crazy. Here we go. Wow, there you go. Every once in a while, the crash does not happen, and it's good when it does not. So the 8, Larry Underwood, he may or may not need a new seat after that because we're going to have to pull him out of that car because he's going to be in there pretty tight. So up front, still on this one, is car number 10. That is Casey Brunson. Brunson running the high side, but closing in on him is the 57 of Sean Burnett. Trouble there for the 09 of David Shedd. Little extracurricular corner activity there. Meanwhile, up front, Bison the 10. And Burnett in that 57. They're closing the gap on each other, open it up on that 38 car for third. And meanwhile, we are halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. And there you go, 57. Sean Burnett takes the lead. 4 now over the 10 of Brunson. Brunson in the 10. Does he have enough time to catch back up? So Burnett in the 57. Brunson in the 10. Now he's going to get a little mirror full of the 38 of Matthew Bice. Now Bice looking to the inside. Trouble for Shedd again out of turn number 4. But still your same running order. Burnett in that 57. Brunson in the 10. Bice in that 38 car. Bice trying to go to the inside. Too much wheel spin. Loosey-goosey spinning around there in turns 1 and 2. So that'll take him out of a top 3 spot. So meanwhile, this time by, here comes your leader, 57 of Sean Burnett. Over the 10 of Casey Brunson. So Burnett, can he come out of turn number 2? He's got a hefty lead. But will the lap traffic have a problem? Will it cause a problem? It does not look so. Out of turn number 4, picking up win at number 1 in the heat race. Number 57, Sean Burnett takes the win. Second place, car number 10 of Casey Brunson, and rounding out the field. And I believe car number 84, good rebound, Douglas Wiggins rounds out your top 3. All righty, lights are out. Nathan's looking him over. Here comes the Rams. Here comes the heartbeats. Here comes the green flag. We go racing in the hobby stocks. So now up top, the 38 of Bice takes to the outside. Now up to the inside, your heat race winner, Sean Burnett, in that 57. Hanging tough side by side, digging in. And 1 lap in the books. 14 more to go. So Burnett there on the inside. The 38 of Matthew Bice up on the outside. Trouble here up front, the 10 car of Casey Brunson off the pace. Looks like he's going to the hot pit. Meanwhile, 3-car battle up front. Burnett in the field. Oh, hits the rut, spins around. Despite the contact, that could have been considerably worse. So the 8-car, Larry Underwood, little extracurricular spin there on that 38 of Bice. So lights are out. Look at him over. Burnett goes. Green flag is going. And away we go. 14 more laps to go. Don't retire. They don't want me to score and announce, and I can't do both. So now your leaders have kept it straight for a lap and a half. Burnett in the 57 is your leader. Warren in the 75. Now coming to the bottom, trying to make a show out of it. Wiggins in the 84. A couple of cars back in third. But the two wonderful guys that were involved in the last caution, Underwood in the 8, Bison at 38. They're now side by side, nose to tail. We'll see what happens if they get a little extracurricular here in this main event. So now your leader still continues to be 57 of Burnett. Burnett's got it. Now coming up, battle 4 seconds starting to develop. Warren in the 75, now getting a little bit of looking at from that 84 of Douglas Wiggins. So Wiggins looking up to the top side, now lurking on the inside. In fourth, the 8 of Underwood. In fifth spot, that is Bice in that white and orange number 38. Now your top 4 starting to get nose to tail. Bennett in the 57. Here comes Warren in that 75. Now battle for third, heating up. Wiggins in the 84 has it. Here comes Underwood up to the inside. Underwood, little wiggle, little jiggle, no harm, no foul. Now back to the front. Bennett in the 57 has the lead. Gets high out of turn number 4. Here comes Warren in the 75. Warren will have that lap. Now side by side for third. Wiggins on the outside. Underwood on the inside. Now they're still side by side up front though. Burnett in that 57. He's still got it. Up to the high side. Warren to the inside. Side by side out of turn number 4. It's a drag race this time. Burnett has it in that 57. Now Warren back to the inside. Looking again. Now, side by side. Now the battle for the lead slows down. Now the battle for fourth picking up. Wiggins has lost the spot to Underwood. Now he's being challenged for fourth by the 30 car of Bice. Now Wiggins, big time loose on the outside of the fourth turn. That opens up the door again for Bice. Your top 4 now running. The 57 of Burnett has it. The 75 of Warren. Then the 8 of Underwood. Then the 38 of Bice. That is your top 4 as they come to complete another green flag lap. So 5 more laps to go. Count them, 5 more. So now Burnett in that 57 didn't get the run off the corner that he needed. Now the 75 of Warren trying to close the gap. This time by 4 more laps to go. That lap will go to Burnett. Now Burnett to the top side. He has it. He can't get the run up out of the top side. That opens up that bottom groove once again for Wesley Warren in that 75. Warren now about a car length and a half back for the lead. This time by 3 more laps to go. Now watch the battle for third. These guys got into it earlier. The 8 got into the 38, so we'll see if Bice in that 38 returns the favor to Underwood. Underwood gets real high off of turn number 4, loses the spot. Oh, a little bit of bumper tag perhaps. They play nice now. This time, 2 more laps to go. It's going to be an exciting battle as they head off into turn number 1. Burnett in the 57 He got the drive on the low side, but up top, Wesley Warren in that 75 takes to the high side. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, side by side. Here we go. White flag. One more time around. No surrender. Warren has it. He goes off into the high side. Down to the bottom. Burnett in that 57. Side by side out of turn 2. Who's going to win the drag race? Warren has about a half a car on the outside. Now into turn number 3. Burnett to the bottom, Warren to the high side. Here they come out of turn number 4. Side by side, beating and banging. Off the wall, Burnett wins in the 57. So slow pace out of turn number 4. There they go, turning them loose in the CBS stock cars. So Bennett in a double O. They're trying to go 3 wide between Crane and the 10X of Michael Rogers. They're all right there together. 3 wide for the lead. Everybody just kind of hanging there together. Good to separate him if you wanted him to. So Rogers in the 10X. Bennett in the double O. The 2 of Crane, 1, 2, 3 as they keep swapping the top spot back and forth. But now, getting ready to join the party, the 22 of Nubby. Now the the 2, there a Crane. Not where he wants to be, so it opens up the gap from your top half of the field. The 10X, Michael Rogers leads. But the Hungry Wolves, they're coming. You can see them, you can hear them. So that's Drake Pruitt in the 56. He's coming along. Coming to the inside. Oh, he got close. Now into turn number 3, side by side. Pruitt on to the inside of Bennett. Side by side at a turn 4. Halfway home. But now don't count out the black and green number 58 is storming Steve Sims. Pruitt in the 56. He's got the lead. Rogers in the 10X second. Now here comes Steve Sims for third. So now Sims on the outside for second. Around Rogers in the 10. But does the 58 car have enough time to catch the 56? So Pruitt in the 56, your leader, now 2 spots behind, 2 car lengths behind. The 58 is storming Steve Sims. So now a lap and a half to go. Pruitt in the 56, Sims in the 58. They've got about a half a straightaway length advantage over the 10X of Rogers. But now into turn 3, Pruitt scoots a little high to the inside. Here comes Steve Sims. Into the low line. They're both fighting for it. Pruitt tried to go low, gets crossed up. Here comes Steve Sims in that 58 there, side by side. Oh boy. Now, Sims to the bottom. Here comes Pruitt in that 56. A love tap, a nudge. Here we go at a turn number 4. Steve Sims wins heat race number 1 for the CBS stock cars. Dismuke in the 77D. Jared Leachman in the other 77. 52, Dan Collert. The 12, Danny Castle. The R4J is Danny Bennett. 48X is Jimmy Carroll. Here we go. Green flag. Let's rock and roll. Heat race number 2 in the CBS stock cars. Wow. Opening night jitter. They look like darts without feathers down there in turn number 1. So Castle in the 12 leads lap number 1. Over the 77. 77D, that's Jason Dismuke.
I think it's Lightman. I got him backwards.
All right, so correction, updated for the scoring tower. That is Jared Leichman in the 77. So the white 77 is Leichman. So he's still in second, running behind your leader, Danny Castle, in the 12. So now into turn number 3. Everybody kind of staying in line. This is only a heat race. The big money pays for the main events. Now the hot spot on racetrack is that battle for second. Leichman in that 77. The R4J of Bennett. Going along to the inside into turn number 3. So Bennett gets a little cross. Oh, a little love tap there by the 77. Out of turn number 4, Bennett puts the heel to the steel, keeps it going. We are halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. So there you see Nathan Lavender. He's got the rolled up black flag. That's like going to the principal's office right there. That's slapping on the wrist for the 77 of Leichman. So third spot there in the station wagon. That's Dan Collard in that 52. So there you see 2 more laps to go for your leader, the 12 machine of Danny Castle. So as they come to it, a lap and a half to go. The battle on the racetrack will be whether or not Bennett and that R4J could get to the back bumper, the 77 of Leichman. We might be seeing fireworks a month or 2 early if the R4J gets to the back bumper. Oh, it's like Batman fighting Superman right there. Love tap. There they go. Side by side on the back straightaway. Oh, Leichman led off. That's probably a good move, smart move. Meanwhile, Castle wins. And this battle for second, Bennett will take second over Leichman in that 77. And heat race number 2 for the CBS stock cars. Complete restart. 15 laps to go like nothing has happened before. Lights are out. Nathan's looking him over. Green flag. Here we go. Oh, and tough break there for Crane in that 2X. Started on the pole, dropped like a rock in the fish tank by turn number 2. And he's going to lose a few more spots. Castle coming up to the inside. So now the battle up front. Bennett in the R4J, the 77 of Leichman. Storming Steve Sims in the black and green 58. Kohler in that 52. Leichman losing the spot there to Steve Sims. So Kohler in that 52 now dropping Leichman back to 4th spot. Now Bennett in the R4J. He's got the lead. Here comes Stormin' Steve. They got about 4 or 5 car length advantage over the 52. The battle wagon. So now everybody's starting to play nice. Running rows to tell everybody. Fence post style, staying in a straight line. So 2X is reportedly dropping fluid. Going to be sent to the infield to keep it from getting onto the racetrack. He's telling him, but he's not listening. So he pulls to the hot pit instead of pulling to the infield. No harm, no foul. As we keep it going, keeping it green. So Bennett continues to be the leader over Storm and Steve Sims. The 52, that is Dan Collard in the battle wagon. Now the 77 of Jared Leichman, the white 77, now rebounding. One of your heat race winners, Danny Castle, as they come to halfway home. Castle now jumping to the inside of Leichman. Ooh, hang on. Clean pass so far. So Castle gets the 4th spot from Leichman. Now, can Castle come up? Does he have anything for? Now he scoots back. Leichman back to the inside. For just a second, we are past halfway. As we said, 15-lap main event for the CBS stock cars. So now, will your leaders, Bennett in the R4J, will he get caught in the traffic jam, a lap traffic at the tail end of the field? He's got about 4 car lengths, now making about 7 car lengths over the 58 of Steve Sims. All the lap traffic, they're starting to get a little racy. You got the 48 of Jimmy Carroll. The 00 of Andrew Bennett. The 77 of Jason Dismuke. So now 77 down. There goes the 48 car of Carroll. He keeps the line. Now Bennett coming up on a Bennett. So now Bennett clears all the traffic. Steve Sims in the 58. One more car to clear before it's back to the running order. So this time by 3 more laps to go. Does Storm and Steve have anything left to catch Bennett? Now, clear track between the two. Storm and Sims, he won it last week. Now, into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. This time, 2 laps to go for your leader, the R4J of Danny Bennett. So there you see, into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, Nathan Lavender, white flag, 1 more lap around. So Storm and Steve won't go back to back, at least as of right now. Bennett, half a straightaway length lead. Into turn number 3. Up out of turn number 4, Danny Bennett goes to victory lane at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Storm and Steve Sims second. And third, the 77 of Jared Leichman.